My sister stopped talking to me because I exposed her married boyfriend. My sister introduced her boyfriend to my family about 4 months ago. Before we met this man, my sister used to talk about him non-stop. She told us he is a businessman who deals in importation and exportation. She said he is a great guy and he treats her like a queen. He is everything she has ever wanted in a man. I could see that she was madly in love with this guy, and I was so happy for her. My sister had always believed in true love, and I was happy she has found her own. They dated for about a year before she finally introduced him to my family. Let's call this man Onyeka. Something felt really off when I met Onyeka. There was something about him that I didn't like. But I just told myself that maybe I was just being overprotective of my sister. I could see he was trying his best to make my family like him. But to me, it felt like he was just acting. It was as if he was playing a role. From the way he was dressed to the way he spoke, I didn't have a good first impression of him at all. By the time he was ready to leave our house, I just knew deep down within me that this man was not a good man. He had my parents and my sister fooled, but I could see right through him that he was just pretending. He was not real. But I knew my sister loved this man, so I didn't want to act hastily and end up hurting my sister, especially if I'm wrong about him. It could be that I'm just overthinking and what I'm feeling is wrong and that he was a good man. So I decided to take my time, do my investigations before I act. My sister lived in a city where she was working, and I live and school in another city. I also spent my vacation with my parents, but immediately I vacated this time around, I packed my things and went to my sister's house. I didn't tell her I was coming because she might say I shouldn't come. So I went there as a surprise, unannounced. When I got there, Onika was with her in her apartment. My sister was a little bit pissed off with me about the surprise visit. She told me I should have informed her before I came. And I told her I knew she would have said no if I had informed her. She smiled at me and hugged me and told me to put my bags in the other room. I greeted Onyeka and I went into my room. That night, my sister told me that Onyeka stays with her during the weekend and then he leaves on Mondays. I asked her why, and she said because of the nature of his job. He is always very busy during the weekdays, and because he wants to make time for her, he doesn't work on the weekends. So he comes over Friday night and then he leaves Monday morning. I asked her if she has ever gone to his house, and she said once or twice, and that he prefers to come to her house because he didn't want to stress her since his place is a bit far. I just nodded my head, but I felt this was strange. But like I said before, I might just be overthinking. Then I asked my sister if he was on social media. She said no, that he doesn't have time for social media at all, and that was one of the things she loved about him. I knew his first name and his last name, and I had checked all the social media platforms with his first name and last name before, but it was not there. I asked my sister if he had a middle name or a nickname or something like that, and she said no. The only names she knew were the first and last name. She asked me why I was so curious all of a sudden about Onyeka. I just told her I wanted to get to know him better. She just smiled and told me good night and then went to bed. Onyeka left my sister's apartment that Monday. We didn't see him again. So the next weekend, that Saturday, he was in the living room watching a movie. My sister was in bed. I was thirsty, so I was going through the living room for a bottle of water. As I was passing by him, I saw that he was on his phone. I looked at his phone for a second and I saw that he was on Instagram and he was looking at a picture of another woman. He put his phone away fast when he saw me. He looked up at me and I just smiled at him as if I had seen nothing. I continued to the kitchen for my bottle of water. This man was a liar. He was not who he claimed he was. I needed to find out more about him and who he really was before he hurt my sister. The next day, I asked my sister if she had gone to visit Onyeka's family with him before. She said Onyeka's family were abroad and that she had spoken to his brother on the phone several times. I asked of his name and she told me. But when I checked social media later, his brother was also not on any of the social media platforms. Hi! If you've watched this video up to now, it means you like the video and you would like to come back for more. So please do well to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop another interesting story, you'll be one of the first persons to get notified. And if you're my returning viewer, I appreciate your support. Thank you so much for always coming back to support my page. Let's get back to the story. This was very strange to me. In this age and time, who is not on social media? Something in me kept telling me that Onyeka was on social media. From what I had seen the previous night, he was just using another name. But why did he lie to my sister about being on social media? And why was he using another name? I was lost and I didn't know what to do to find out the truth. One thing I had realized about Onyeka from the little time I had spent with him was that he bragged a lot. He was always talking about how expensive his clothes were and asking me to guess the amount of money he spent on his chain and on his wristwatches. Even when he bought a gift for me or for my sister, he always mentions the price of the gifts. So that Saturday evening, he was talking about his importation and exportation business and how well the business was doing. Like he was just bragging like he always does. So I used the opportunity to ask him the name of his business, and he told me with so much pride. And then I went straight to social media to check the business out. I even thought he was lying, but the name of the business was on Instagram. I was just scrolling through the page, hoping to find out something that will help me understand Onyeka more. So I stumbled on a picture of him with about six different people standing in front of a building. That was the only picture of him I saw in the whole page. Three of the people in the picture was tagged. I went to their pages. Two of them had private accounts, and the only person left only had one picture on their page. And the picture was posted about a year ago. I was about to give up when I decided to check out the people she was following. She was not following anyone called Onyeka, and she was following about 400 people. I decided to go through each and every account she was following, hoping that one of them might be Onyeka's account. So that night, I didn't sleep. I went through about 200 accounts till I finally found the one I was looking for. The pictures on that account were Onyeka's pictures, but the name on the account was different name altogether. And the things I found out in the account shocked me. And I finally understood why he lied about being on social media. Onyeka was not his real name, and this man was married with three kids. Hey, hey. Ooh. Voila. He had a lot of pictures on his page of his wife and his kids, and his wife was tagged in all the pictures. So I went to her page and I saw that her recent picture was just 2 days ago. It was a picture of her and Onyeka in a restaurant with their three kids, blowing candles on a birthday cake. And the caption was, "Happy birthday, husband. You are my soulmate, and I don't know what I would do without you. I love you, and I cannot wait to spend forever with you." Ah, But instead, I knew it. I knew Onyeka was fake from the first day I met him. But I was still hoping in a way that I was just overthinking because I didn't want to hurt my sister. And this was definitely going to crush her. I was really hoping I was wrong about Onyeka. I screenshotted everything I saw. He also had an account on Facebook. Even the age he gave my sister was a lie. Ah, everything he has told her was a lie. He was just using her. He was playing with her heart. I didn't know how to tell my sister the truth about Onyeka. I knew the news was going to break her. When my sister loves someone, she loves the person with all her heart and everything that is within her. So throughout the week, I kept the news to myself, thinking and contemplating on how to break the news to her. Finally, on Friday night, before Onyeka arrived, I called her into the room and told her everything and showed her the evidence. And when I saw the hurt on her face, it brought tears to my eyes. Without saying a word to me, she just left to her room. Then the next day, when Onyeka came, I heard the two of them arguing and my sister was still crying. Then my sister came out with a suitcase full of clothes and threw them outside. Onyeka came out and went down on his knees, begging her to forgive him, but she just pushed him out and ran back into her room. I knocked on her door several times, but she didn't mind me. Later that day, she texted me and asked me to pack my things and go back home. I called her, but she didn't pick. So I texted her back and told her I wanted to be there for her. But she texted back and said she wanted to be alone. So the next day, I packed my bags. She told me to take care of myself and to let her know when I get home. And she asked me not to tell my parents about what we found out about Onyeka and that she would tell them herself when she's ready. It's been weeks since I left my sister's place. She's not picking my calls or returning my text messages, but she's speaking to my parents daily, and I'm sure she's equally talking to my other sibling. I feel she's pissed off with me for exposing her boyfriend. Do you think I did anything wrong? Please advise me. Advice, Ke. You didn't do anything. Man! Ah, God. My dear, you did not do anything wrong. You did the right thing. What a loving sister would do. So don't feel guilty. She will come around. It's just going to take a little while. She's still healing. Hmm? She'll be okay and you will be okay. The story is funny and heartbreaking at the same time. So, guys, if you've watched to this point, thank you so much for sticking around. I really do appreciate you. You've heard the story. What do you think? Let us get your opinion in the comment section. And while you're there, tell me your opinion about my videos, about my page, about the way I make videos, whatever it is that you're saying that I need to improve on. I would like you guys to tell me so I can improve. If you're saying something that I'm doing that you like, you can equally let me know. Give me the upload and correct my mistakes. I mean, you guys are the ones consuming my content. So let me know what you think I am doing right or not doing right in the comment section. Okay? And if you've not subscribed to my channel up to this time, please do want to subscribe, okay? Click on the notification bell so that whenever I bring up another interesting story, you'll be one of the first persons to get notified. And please support my other social media platforms. The links are in my bio. And if you want me to tell your story, go ahead to send me a message on TikTok and I will read your story and let you know whenever I do so. If you've not liked this video up to now, please do out to like and share to your friends. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.